Hello, I'm Dunk Dinkle, and this is not a soda. Had this actually been a soda, the state of the alliance would be good. Alright, my voice is a little rough. I've had a cold all weekend. I was going to make this over the weekend, but I was too sick. Still kind of sick. And when I'm sick, Mrs. Dinkle makes me drink shots of ginger juice. Ginger juice. Oh, that makes the ganglia twitch. Oh, I don't recommend that. When you find a life partner, do not let them make you drink ginger shots. Okay, let's get back to things. Deployment. So if you haven't noticed, the war is basically a stalemate. I don't know what's going on. They're talking on podcasts, doing whatever, but I don't know what's going on. Except all of our super capitals are to stay in LTAC 5, just in case. And if you have any extra capitals, you are to move them to PZMA or GE-TAC. Imagine that, brave with extra capitals. I never would have imagined it, but there we are with extra capitals. Speaking of capitals, I just want to make this quick reminder that armor supers are for garbage people, so don't be a garbage person. Alright, as far as the deployment, the only big change as far as combat is it's been made very clear by glorious military director Shattered Armor that he wants your fleet doctrines ready in PZMA and GE-TAC. Especially in PZMA, he really wants Feroxes and Harpies ready to go. Now, if you can do some of those sweet tackle ships like the Ram Jags, I don't understand why it's a Ram Jag, but have your Ram Jag ready to go in PZMA, because evidently that makes him very happy that things don't get away. All right? Now, when we talk about having your fleet doctrines ready, that doesn't mean have money in your bank account so you can buy them when you get there when the ping goes out. That means buy it well in advance. Make sure it's fitted, make sure it's all set up, it's ready to go. All you do is hop into the ship that's already in your hangar. Don't wait till the last second to buy the ship or Shatter will yell very loud on comms. Alright, for those who haven't noticed, here in the Northern Hemisphere it is springtime. I was able, at the supermarket, I found these amazing spring cupcakes, limited edition, with a little butterfly on it. I don't know why it's limited edition. Spring is evidently that it's kind of pinkish purple. Tastes like a regular Hostess cupcake, but the frosting kind of tastes pink. I don't know how to describe it. Flowery. Whatever. It's some spring cupcake eating time. So wherever you are, have a spring cupcake. Or if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, a fall cupcake. Alright, continuing on. Again, there was some announcements about Rorquals. Evidently, people are back in Impasse. The Rorquals have been moved out of Amencia back to Impasse. So if you want to do those things, be in the right groups, talk to the right people, be organized, have your head on a swivel. And be ready. Make sure your support ships are in place and all that stuff. If you're a Rorqual person, do those Rorqual things the right way. One of the wrong ways is doing your Rorqual mining in PZMA. People get very upset if you're Rorqual mining in PZMA because we can't jump our gigantical capital and super capital forces to you when you are in PZMA. So that is a bad idea, having your Rorquals out in PZMA. Check the Slack for all kinds of information. We want to make Impasse as inhospitable as possible to the bad guys. We don't want the bad guys to think Impasse is a good place for them to come. They should go to other places, not Impasse. All right? I guess it's time for Dunk's Corner, since this is a shorter, not a soda, because I'm not feeling good and it's late at night. Two things to talk about here. First one, there's a lot of action going on, a lot of people roaming through our space. bad people, and sometimes people wait for an FC to do anything. And one of the things about Brave is you don't have to be an official FC to lead a fleet. If you want to lead a fleet of ragtag band of kitchen sank ships to go fight some other people who have come in to fight us, feel free to do that. No one's going to be upset with you. Don't expect SRP, but definitely step up. And we'd like to see more people getting into fleet command. We'd like to see more people taking charge. It's helpful to everyone. But don't wait for formal FCs. Get your start. Lead a fleet anytime you want. Don't hesitate. Second thing I want to talk about is a little more serious. One of our core principles is staying classy. And a lot of ways stay classy comes into play is we don't allow slurs in Brave. And so I've been hearing that there are some people coming in and trying to dance around those rules and say things that aren't classy. And people aren't stepping up to say something. So obviously some of the older members or the leadership members would step in, but it's up to everyone in Brave to keep our principles on track. So if you hear people and they're not being classy and they're saying slurs, step up and remind them that that's not acceptable. And the rest of Brave will have your back on that. So it can be a little uncomfortable, but our culture is important to us, and we need everybody to participate. All right. This is a short, not a SOTA, because I'm not feeling great. But I'm going to go get some sleep now. I got to put in my industry jobs. I'm busy with some other things you may have heard about, and so we'll see how that goes. So, for today, I want you to stay classy, have fun, and be brave. Whew. I'm going to have a stomach ache.